You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes!
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
Do you want that real sports talk? Unfiltered, unsanitized? Well, you have found it. This is a revolution in radio. The realest, trillest sports talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people. Yeah! What's happening? What's the deal, baby? Thank you for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. Oh, boy, we got a lot of great stuff to get into, but you know what we got to do. We got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. Yes! Woo! Well, I feel good. I think my boys are back. The Lakers are back, Shawty. The Lakers are back, Shawty. Yeah, you know what it is. We're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to all of that, man. Thank you so much for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room. Mocha Bella, That Ninja, Rel Scott, Texas Ty. Shouts out to everybody already in the chat room. Vern from Jersey. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. May 20th, 2015, Wild Out Wednesday. And just like I said a couple seconds ago, man, I say it a lot of times, and a lot of times it's really kind of like tongue-in-cheek. But today, I mean, I really believe it. I mean, we got a lot of great stuff to get into. Yes, sir! As you can tell by the title of the show, I'm kind of happy. So we're obviously going to talk about the NBA draft lottery. We're going to talk about Robert Kraft and him standing down to the NFL. playoffs, Cleveland Cavaliers, Atlanta Hawks get going tonight. Last night's game in the NBA. John Calipari's in the news and all the talk about him going to New Orleans to coach the Pelicans. We'll get into that for a second as well. Birthdays, shout-outs, all types of stuff today on the Doug Stewart Show. The easy way to be totally interactive is to hit me up in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Go to Spreaker.com. Follow the show. Hit the little follow button on Spreaker. We had over 6,000 followers as of yesterday. Hit the little follow button. Okay. Hit the little follow button and then jump in the chat room and be totally interactive. Or you can give me a call at 404-382-0338. Or you can even email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, we do birthdays. We take calls. We read a lot of chat. You're totally interactive on this show, okay? So when you post something in the chat room, I'll read your comments. I'll read a ton of comments, and you're kind of like my co-host, my wingman per se. Yes, sir. All right. So we're going to talk about all of that. But one of the bigger stories, one of the bigger topics going on in America today is the retirement. The guy is calling it quits. David Letterman is retiring tonight from late night TV. His last show tonight. This ninja been doing this show for 33 years. 33 years. And I didn't realize that he'd been doing it for that long, but 33 years. David Letterman hosts Late Night with David Letterman, and he's calling it a career, so it started me thinking, just like everybody else, where does Letterman rank in the all-time list of late-night TV hosts? And I started hearkening back to my childhood and the great Johnny Carson, who did it forever. I think Johnny Carson may have done the late-night show for like 50 years or something crazy like that. Obviously, at that age, in the late 70s, early 80s, I was too young to stay up and watch that type of stuff before I hit like my teenage years or whatever. But I remember Johnny Carson and having all of the great guests and being really, he's kind of like the prototypical late night host guy. So today what we're going to do is to pay homage to David Letterman and to the genre of late night TV hosts. We're going to give you the top 5 all-time late-night TV hosts of all time once again. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to have some fun with that. Yeah, we're going to have some fun with that. All right? So we're going to have some fun with that, and we got to get into this NBA draft. Already right now I can give a ball award out to the Golden State Warriors as they win Game 1 of their 7-game series against the Houston Rockets. And the Rockets had this game. You know what? It's not the same thing as what happened in the last series between the Rockets and the Clippers. Whereas this is Game 1, and it was early. They had that 16-point lead in the first half. But they're going to be kicking themselves probably at the end of this. That they didn't just hold on to this game, do what they had to do to edge out this Game 1 on the road against the Golden State Warriors, who most people are picking right now to win it all. I think they're going to be kicking themselves, but, I mean, they were in the game, clearly. Then they had the injury to Dwight Howard. He gets hurt in the first quarter, comes back a little bit, tries to play, but obviously is not the same guy. He's going to get an MRI today on that knee, so we'll see what happens with that. I kind of think that if you don't have Dwight Howard, you're probably in a better boat, you know. So last night, James Harden goes off, 28 points, 11 boards, 9 assists, 4 steals, but outdone by the MVP. The babyface assassin, Steph Curry, 34 points. Man. It was a term. I lived in Roanoke, Virginia when I first got out of college. and if you're from that western part of Virginia, from that area, you'll remember this term. There was a term that they used to use all the time when I first went to Roanoke, Virginia. Lived there for like a year. And the term was butter. Like, everything was butter, B-U-T-T-A apostrophe, I think. And so everything was butter. Like, you had a nice leather coat. Oh, that's butter. You got a nice jump shot. Oh, that's butter. That's butter, Stu. That's butter. That boy, Steph Curry, his jump shot is like butter. Oh, damn. And it leaves his hand so fast. And I get it, all right? Like Robert Kraft, I'm standing down on this kid, man. This kid is the real deal, and his jump shot is like butter. I mean, he got such a quick release. And, I mean, all he needs is a half a second. If you noticed last night a couple of times, they, like, ran at him and fouled him or came close to fouling him, and I think maybe he was doing a little bit of acting and falling down or whatever. But when it leaves his hand, it's butter. It is butter, man, and it's just, oh, man, I feel so bad. Probably the worst prognostication I've ever had in my life when I thought that the Memphis Grizzlies would win their series, and I even said the Memphis Grizzlies would win the NBA championship this year. And I bought into that whole thing hook, line, and sinker. And I'm so wrong. But everybody right now is seeing what this Warriors team is about. We might have, for the first time, one of the first times in basketball history, a jump shooting team wins the NBA championship. And you got a bunch of young guys as well. I mean, they're unstoppable. They just erased a 16-point deficit like it was nothing. Like it was absolutely nothing. And that's hard to beat, man. That's hard to beat with the home court advantage and everything factored into it as well. The Golden State Warriors are going to be tough to beat, man, in 7 games. I mean, they were number 1 in defense, number 1 in offense this year. So they are doing everything. They are doing everything fantastic, and Steve Kerr's doing a fantastic job. I'm a believer. Warriors. I'm not sure they're going to win it. I'm not going to make another prognostication on that. At this point, I really don't know who's going to win it. I kind of think right now it's going to be Cleveland and Golden State. Definitely think Golden State's going to make it. The Hawks and the Cavs, I slightly give the edge. Obviously, if you've been listening to me for the last couple of weeks, I slightly give the edge to the Cavaliers. But the Hawks can do it too. Hawks can make it. But I don't see who's going to beat this Warrior team, man. I'm not making no guess. Once again, I'm not making that prognostication again that's blown up in my face with the Grizzlies. But right now, man, the Warriors just look unstoppable. I mean, they move the ball around so well. Their spacing is just fantastic. And I talked about how Steph Curry, his handles are greatly underestimated. All right? His handles are butter too. And so he penetrates and they kick out, and there's always a guy wide open. And I don't think that there's anybody to come off screens as good as this guy since maybe Reggie Miller. You know, Reggie Miller made his living. Reggie Miller and Ray Allen. That's all they did is they just ran off of screens and they got wide open. This kid, Steph Curry, he's doing the same thing. Like, the guy is trying to stay with him, and he runs all over the place, and he ends up behind a center. And the center's just shielding his man away, and he's got a wide-open jump shot seemingly every single time this ninja is wide open. It's unbelievable, man. I don't know who's going to figure out this puzzle. The puzzle we know is the Golden State Warriors, but they're looking good right now. They are definitely the team to beat. They are definitely the team to beat. Wow, what are your thoughts on last night, Game 1 of the Warriors and the Rockets? Also, top 5 late-night talk show host of all time. We're talking about that. What are your thoughts? David Letterman is calling it a career, man. A fantastic career. Congratulations to you, Letterman. I mean, you did the damn thing. 33 years. 33 years of wittiness. An incredible feat. All right, so we get back from the break, man. I'll take your calls. I'll read some of your chat. Maybe I'll get into some of that in the next segment as well. And we got to talk about the NBA Draft Lottery, Shawty. Don't go away. It's the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you. So they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And it's a Wild Out Wednesday.
Let it bump, though.
Thank you for joining your boy. And we got a lot of great stuff to get into today. I'm going to read a lot of your chat as you are kind of like my co-host. Talk about this NBA lottery, the NBA playoffs. The Hawks tonight, man, they host the Cleveland Cavaliers. Game 1 of their 7-game series. What are your thoughts on the Hawks, man? Go on record right now. I need somebody to definitively say that the Hawks are going to win tonight and tell me why. And, I mean, we pretty much talked about it ad nauseum and broken down all the reasons why the Hawks can win this series against the Cavaliers. But let's talk about it, man. We in ATL. I think they got a great shot, man. I think they got probably a better shot right now than they'll ever have again in winning this series. Not only this series, but an NBA championship. Once again, I like Golden State to win it all. I just don't see how you can stop them and beat them 4 out of 7 games right now because they just hot as fish grease right now. But I think it's going to be interesting. I think the Hawks got a real shot in this series. What are your thoughts? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. This segment is brought to you by System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as little as $16.50 per month. You can't beat that. All right? They've been around for over 25 years. They've got this promotion going on right now with a driveway probe. And what it is, when somebody drives into your yard, you'll be alerted. You'll get an email or a picture or video on your smart device, whatever that may be, laptop, computer, phone, whatever that may be. So it's new age technology, all right? So you got to let them know that the Doug Stewart told you to call, though. The number is 404-756-0736, or hit them up online at System5Electronicsinc.com. Make sure and tell them, though, that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. And if you ever have a problem with your security alarm system, you can ask to speak to the owner. His name is Mr. Maceo Brown. Yeah, the coolest. Like they used to say back in the day, the illest. Maceo's the illest. Yes, and he will take care of you. He will handle your business and make sure that you're good to go. All right. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Last night, the NBA draft lottery, which I still, by the way, think is silly. The fact that New York is as bad as they are right now and didn't get the number 1 pick. I think they had the best chance to get the number 1 pick last night. It really kind of points to the points I was trying to make yesterday about the NBA draft lottery. There's got to be a better way to do it. And you New York Knicks fans, y'all are feeling it right now. Now, you get the 4th pick in the draft. You get the 4th pick in the draft, but you didn't tank. You didn't suck all year long. Phil Jackson didn't orchestrate this tanking for y'all to get the 4th pick in the draft. And y'all get it. Y'all get the 4th pick in the draft. And like my grandmother used to say, the good for the New York Knicks. They get the 4th pick in the draft. Number 3 goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. They just got a ton of young talent. I don't know what they're going to do to get better because they're going to draft another young guy, okay? And there's probably going to be the Moutier kid, what they're saying right now with the 3rd pick in the draft. So Philadelphia gets the 3rd pick. Coming in at the number 2 pick is the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes! All right, and you know I'm a Laker fan. There's no denying that at all. I am a Laker fan, born and raised, probably since like 81 or 82 when I started really following basketball. I think the Lakers got a chance to win an NBA championship next year. Yes, I do. All right, no, I don't. Not really. But we're going to get markedly better. The Lakers are going to get markedly better. Probably won't win a championship next year. But here's the starting 5 I got for the Lakers right now. See, I've already went to the extreme to tell you who's going to be the starting 5 for the team next year when they start the season. I think they're going to go with this Jordan Clarkson kid. The kid's got talent. He's young. He's kind of green, but he's got talent. He's got talent, and I think they like him. I think the organization really likes him. Obviously playing fantastic at the end of last year in a bad situation. Then we're going to have Kobe Bryant back. What we get out of Kobe is anybody's guess. It's a coin toss. Julius Randle will be back from injury as well. Remember, he was damn near, one of the best players coming out of college basketball before he got hurt for the Lakers last year in his rookie year. They're going to draft Jahlil Okafor. Pretty much everybody knows the order of the top 3 or 4. Number 1 going to Minnesota. And did I even mention Minnesota gets the top pick? Yeah, Minnesota gets the top pick in this year's draft. And they're probably going to draft Karl Anthony Towns. Which means that the Lakers will get Jahlil Okafor. And here's the wild card. In my Lakers dream scenario is that we somehow sign the great Jimmy Butler away from Chicago as a free agent. So then you'd have Randall, the Bean, a.k.a. the Mamba, a.k.a. Vino, Jahlil Okafor, Jimmy Butler, and Jordan Clarkson. Now, a lot of young pieces. Obviously, 3 really young guys in Okafor, Jordan, Clarkson, and Randall. But a lot of talent. All right, so going forward in the future, maybe we sign a big-time free agent to play the 2-guard when Kobe retires, and we're good to go. We are back, Shawty. The Lakers are back. Yes, sir. We're back. We are definitively back if all of those things happen. So hopefully they do. But, yeah, Minnesota gets the number 1 pick. Here's the thing about, and I think we've talked about this before, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Clearly, if you watch any college basketball, clearly Karl Anthony Towns is probably the most ready-to-play guy right now in the NBA. Like, I could see you plugging in Karl Anthony Towns and him getting you, 17, 18 points a game right now in the NBA because his game is just butter. That's the theme for today. That's the word for today. And so you can plug him in right now. He has such a great touch around the basket. I think he's going to pay dividends right now in the NBA, his rookie year in the NBA. Jahlil Okafor, he needs to be get a little bit more polish. But he has a much bigger upside, I think, than Karl Anthony Towns. Athletically, skill-wise, you see the moves that he has around the basket and the low post. Athletic, a much better athlete, in my opinion, than Karl Anthony Towns. I think he has a bigger upside. All right, so does he develop that? Does he even, does he take the route of getting better like a Blake Griffin? Or does he, take the route of being a lazy ass like Dwight Howard? Hopefully it's the first and not the latter. So if he goes in and works on his game and gets even better, I think you can clearly see that he has much more talent. He has a bigger upside. down the road, 3, 4, 5, 6 years down the road than Karl Anthony Towns. I don't know. Do you disagree with me on that? 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. So whatever you want to get into today on the show, you can. Whatever you want to talk about, you want to get into this NBA draft lottery, we can do that. I'm also taking your thoughts on the late night hosts, the top 5 late night TV hosts of all times. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and give you my number 5 right now. And there's probably going to be a lot of disagreement on my list. I can tell you that right now. But once again, I got to remind you newbies, there's a lot of new people listening to the show daily. We're over 150,000 listens. We're over 6,000 followers, soon to be 7,000 real quick here. So there's a lot of new listeners. We're doing this marketing. This is my list. Okay, let me make sure you understand that. This is my list. Not your list, but my list. Okay? Not anybody's list, not the old man down the street, not the dude that tried to fight me the other night at the tavern. This is my list. This is my personal opinion. Whenever we do these top 5s, it's my list. Having said that, coming in at number 5 on my list is the great Johnny Carson. Now, I know a lot of people will argue. I mean, hell, he's damn near the creator of late night TV. All right, let's put this in perspective. When Johnny Carson was on at his height, I was a youngin', so I actually got to watch Johnny Carson maybe like once or twice a year. Probably on New Year's Eve or something like that when we were standing around waiting for the clock to strike 12 or on a special occasion. We were out of school, something like that. So I saw Johnny Carson very sparingly, okay? Obviously fantastic, had all the great guests of all times, but he was old school. I mean, he was an older demographic, and so the guests that he had on, a lot of times, they really didn't, fit Doug Stewart, the 10-year-old. But I respect him. I respect his greatness. I respect the fact that he laid the groundwork for some of the guys that came after him, for a lot of the guys, or all of the guys that came after him. But on my list, the great Johnny Carson comes in at number 5. And that's respectable. That's respectable. Number 5 on the list is great. On any list of all times. I mean, there's been a lot of great late-night TV hosts, okay? There have been. And so Johnny Carson comes in at number 5 on my list. Nobody, a lot of people would tell you, did it better. Charming guy, clever, obviously. All of these guys, one thing you got to have in common is you got to be charming. You got to be witty. You got to be quick-minded as far as punchlines and one-liners, that type of stuff. And so Johnny Carson comes in at number 5 on my list. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. The realest, treeless, most fun sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show. All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to quickly talk about some birthdays from some famous people. We'll do that, and I'll read your chat. I'll start getting into your chat messages and your chat post on Spreaker.com, all right? Yeah, top 5 late-night TV hosts. What are your thoughts on the NBA draft lottery? The good for the Knicks. Y'all going to get a solid player, but y'all didn't want a solid player. Y'all wanted the number 1 pick in the draft. Nanny, boo-boo. If you didn't know, I'm a Knick hater. I am. And I'm fine with you calling me a hater. A lot of times when somebody calls you a hater, that's a negative thing, and you try to say that that's not the case or whatever. And no, that's fine. You can call me a Knick hater. Y'all suck. The Knicks suck. And I'm holding 2 thumbs down to the floor. Y'all suck. Don't go away. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. That's Doug@theDougStewartShow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area, all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Wild Out Wednesday. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room being totally interactive. Shouts out to all of the new listeners. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, just know this. We have the most fun on radio. It's as simple as that. More so than you'll have anywhere else. So pass the word. Tell at least one person. That's what I ask of the listeners every single day. Pass the word and tell people about real radio, independent radio, the realest, the trillest, the most unfiltered sports talk show in America, the Doug Stewart Show. Let me go ahead and grab a call right now before I jump into the birthdays and talk about the top 5 late night TV hosts. I can guess. I'm going to make a guess who this is right now. Let me get my gun ready. But I'm going to guess who this is calling right now. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Yo, why you got me up like this morning, man?
And I knew it. It's Vern from Jersey, the biggest New York Knicks fan that I know.
You act like you won the lottery, man. You don't win no lottery. You got #2 pick, baby.
Hey, Vern.
If anything, you should be pleased. You should be praised in Minnesota, man.
Hey, Vern.
What, Doug? Who you gonna get with #2?
Vern.
Who you gonna get?
Which y'all gonna do with the #4 pick in the draft, Vern?
Oh, we got a lot of options, man. We can either get that boy from Duke, right?
What boy from Duke? Oh, Winslow? You're not talking about Okafor. You're talking about Winslow.
We can get Winslow, or either I heard that we're going to trade the number 4 to Sacramento and get Cousins. I mean, either way it go, man, we got moves, we got options. There's a lot of people want that number 4 pick,
right?
You know, and they can feel what they want.
Right,
you know,
Vern, I need you to up your window or something, Vern, or I'm gonna have to get rid of your ass. Up your window or something, Vern.
Okay, but hold on, man, hold up.
Thank you, Vern. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
Okay.
No, Vern. It's still terrible, Vern. I mean, let your ass go. Thank you, Vern. Now, Vern is the biggest New York Knicks fan that I know, and I knew he would call today. He's got a horrible cell phone. He's got one of those burners or something like that, something that the black people use. I don't know what it is. And so Vern called up here. Talking about the New York Knicks, and the Knicks suck, okay? And I don't know what pick y'all going to get, but y'all did not think y'all were going to get the 4th pick in the draft, Vern. So you can stop trying to be nonchalant about it and be happy with that 4th pick. You can't be happy with that 4th pick, Vern. Y'all still suck. Y'all are going to suck next year, and I see many, many years of sucking. And not only that, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, not only that, y'all own GM, the guy y'all paid $1 gazillion to, Phil Jackson didn't even show up to the ceremony last night. Phil Jackson is robbing y'all with a mask on. He got a pistol and a mask. Took y'all money and don't even come to damn work. Who takes that type of money that they paid Phil Jackson and doesn't even show up to work consistently? That's why, and I love Phil, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. That's why we had to let his ass go from the Lakers when they were talking about him coming back to coach again. And I was like, no, because all Phil wants to do is get that check. Phil don't want to put in the work. Phil don't want to go on road games. He don't half the time damn show up at Knicks games. And the man is robbing y'all. Y'all just wrote that man a big-ass check, and he don't do nothing. And like my famous words of my grandmama, the good. The Knicks. Probably the most overrated franchise in sports. Ain't won a damn championship since Methuselah was playing. I don't know, forever. And everybody always talking about the Knicks. The Knicks going to do this. The Knicks going to do that. The Knicks ain't going to do a damn thing. They suck. They suck. They do. They suck. And so all you Knicks fans out there, just book it. Bank on another 4, 5, 6 years of mediocrity. Y'all going to get a solid player, but he's going to be young. He ain't going to be damn Okafor. He ain't going to be Karl Anthony Towns. Somebody that's going to change an organization around. Those two guys at the top, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, these two guys at the top, Karl Anthony Towns and Jahlil Okafor, are kind of like franchise-changing type players, and y'all miss y'all opportunity. They could be. I'm not saying they are, but they could be. They have that makeup, kind of like a Tim Duncan type player that came in and automatically, instantly changed the fortunes of an organization, of a franchise. And those two guys at the top, they can do it. They have the makeup to do it. Once again, I'm not saying they will, but it kind of reminds me, they kind of look like, they kind of feel like guys that can instantly change an organization around. And I, for one, am happy. And I am happy as well that the Knicks will continue to suck. Happy birthday to the great Busta Rhymes, 43 years old today. Stop talking about them punk-ass Knicks. Busta Rhymes, 43 years old today, born Trevor Taheem Smith Jr., reggae-influenced rapper. Love me some Busta Rhymes. Did you know that Busta Rhymes went to high school with Jay-Z, DMX, and Biggie? I did not really realize that. That's some heavy hitters right there, and they kind of like, I talked about it a couple days ago, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, how Atlanta is very cliquish, and a lot of people that are in the rap game in Atlanta, they got ties, they got roots, so they either went to like Mays High School, which is here in Southwest Atlanta, or Tri-Cities High School. I remember somebody reminded me about Tri-Cities High School, which is like this performing arts high school here in the city. And so it looks like the same thing. And I love that. You know, I get on, you get on. I eat, we all eat. So I got to love that. Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, DMX, and Biggie went to the same high school. That's deep. That's deep. So Buster's 43 years old today. Cher from the Sonny and Cher duo is 69 years old today. I would have thought she was older than that. Now, she looks good. Clearly, she's had some type of work, some type of surgery in her life, because you just don't look like that when you're 69 years old, period. It just doesn't work like that. Same thing I was telling everybody about Michael Jackson. You know good and damn well Michael Jackson was wearing a wig or a weave or some type of crap like that. You can't be 50 years old and have jerry curls down to your ass. So Cher is 69 today. I don't know about that. I remember her and the great Sonny, who died tragically. And you talk about bad ways to go. Running into a damn tree and dying on a snow trip. 1 minute you having fun, you snowing down a damn, you sliding down a damn hill on skis, and you run smack into a damn tree. That's a horrible way to go. But she's 69 today. Enes Kanter is 23 years old today as well. Center for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And so happy birthday to all of those. If you got a birthday, like if today's your birthday, or somebody in your family is celebrating a birthday, let me know in the chat room, man. I'll give you a shout out. Happy birthday to all of those people. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Looking at the players in the NBA draft coming up this year. Vern mentioned Justice Winslow, who really made some money in the postseason this year, in the tournament this year. He kind of reminds me of, who does he remind me of? He just got a nice game. I mean, kind of sort of like O.J. Mayo. And I don't even know who O.J. Mayo plays for right now. I think he plays for the Bucks right now. But kind of sort of like O.J. Mayo has that type of game, outside, inside. He's a better athlete, I think, maybe, than O.J. Mayo. Real good rebounder as well. He's going to be a solid player. They're talking about this Emmanuel Mudiay kid that's playing overseas right now as being one of the guys that should go after Okafor or Karl Anthony Towns. Who else? Stanley Johnson, the Arizona freshman, tremendous athlete as well. Devin Booker. Devin Booker, all right? Remember that name. I think this kid, Devin Booker, has tremendous upside as well. I really love his game. And who else do we got? Frank Kaminsky. Just not sure about him. Just not sure about Frank Kaminsky. Fantastic player. I believe the player of the year in college basketball at Wisconsin. I don't know. Jury's out for him in the NBA, the next level for me, in my opinion. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Clay Davis's she advisor on the Spreaker chat. The winner last night was Curry's mama. She fine as hell. You just seeing Steph Curry's mama? Very, very high yellow chick. I mean, she's fine. I mean, hell, yeah. We've seen her. They always show her. Whenever the Warriors play, they always show her and Dell sitting on the sideline or in the stands rooting for their baby boy. From Grego, if the Hawks win the series, Puppet Factory execs would go on strike because they would have to say something different than Cavs, the best player on the planet. So with that, go the Hawks. I agree. I mean, it definitely seems like there's this narrative out there to promote LeBron James, and I guess deservingly so a lot of times. But it just seems like they go over the top with promoting the Cleveland Cavaliers and really not the Cavaliers, just any team that LeBron James is on. And I don't remember it being to this degree when Jordan played in the league. And maybe it was, and I just don't remember. You know, we have a way of doing that type of thing and forgetting as time goes by. But, yeah, very much so the narrative is to push LeBron James. I mean, the NBA more so than any other league is compelled by individuals, by players. They're bigger portions of the team. We just talked about that yesterday. I mean, one player is 20% of the damn starting lineup. And NBA pushes that shit. I think I stopped it at the very end.
What in the hell?
I think I stopped it at the very end.
What's wrong with you?
But for the first time in Doug Stewart Show history, I think I cussed just now. And
Are
it's
you that
crazy.
Excited about the Lakers?
And it's crazy. Listen to me. It's crazy because the guy Michael Smith just cussed on his TV show, the show with him and Jameel Hill, his and hers. I think he did it yesterday, a couple of days ago. Obviously, I didn't see it live, but somebody told me and I actually saw it online. And I do it!
Damn, Doug.
But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We aren't under the umbrella of the FCC online, all right? We have a lot more liberties than we do on terrestrial radio. So it's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry to all of the youngins out there. I mean, I could do that all day long if I wanted to. I mean, this is kind of like the HBO of sports talk radio. But I choose not to. Trying to keep it classy. Damn! Damn, Gina! All right, when we get back from the break, man, we're going to forget about that. We get back from the break, I'm going to read your chat. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Damn it! System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes!
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And it is a Wild Out Wednesday. Thank you for joining your boy, talking about all things that are NBA. The NBA Draft Lottery was last night. Talking about the NBA playoffs from last night. The Houston Rockets go down to the Golden State Warriors, 110-106. The Rockets could have won this damn game, man, very easily. So what are your thoughts on that game last night? Obviously, tonight you got game one of the Hawks versus the Cavaliers. What are your thoughts on that game as well? And also some news that kind of came down late on yesterday evening and talking about the NFL. Patriots owner Robert Kraft said the reigning Super Bowl champions will accept their punishment from the NFL in the Deflategate investigation. Strange dichotomy here, because as much as I think that the Patriots cheated and that they've been a cheating-ass organization for a long, long time, they've got a culture of cheating there. The only thing that I like to see more than the Patriots get caught cheating is people go at Roger Goodell in the NFL. I mean, that's the only thing. So it's kind of bittersweet, you know. All right, that's fine. They weren't going to win, clearly. But it was going to get real, real messy when two friends, and Roger Goodell and Bob Kraft, were going back and forth at each other. And really the hypocrisy of Roger Goodell in the NFL gets exposed even more. And it's funny. They've always been working together. And in effect, the reason why I believe that the Patriots won't go forward with an appeal and to fight the NFL and on its suspension and its fines of the Patriots is because, in effect, you know, Roger Goodell was appointed by the owners. And I'm sure the owners probably were like, man, this ain't a good look. Just go ahead and suck it up. Take one for the team. Bob, you're making this thing worse than what it really is right now. And it's already bad. But you fighting your boy Roger Goodell, and y'all going back and forth, and it's all in the media. It's just not a good look. I mean, we damn sure did elect the man as our boss. I mean, we made him our boss. Why would you fight him like this so publicly? And so I think that's what happened. Ultimately, I think a deal was probably brokered behind closed doors. They're probably going to, cut Brady's suspension in half. Maybe they'll make him pay less money. Maybe they'll give him back a draft pick. Some type of deal has already been worked out behind closed doors. I mean, most people believe that, right? So we'll see what happens. But they are not going to go forward with a battle, I guess, with the suspensions and the fines levied against the Patriots. So that came out late yesterday evening. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. We're also talking about the top 5 late-night TV hosts of all times in honor of David Letterman, who's fantastic, man. Great career, over 33 years on late-night TV. And so number 5 on my list was the great Johnny Carson. Coming in at number 4 on my list is somebody that I don't know if most people regard him as high as I do. And maybe there are a lot of people. Number 4 on my list, man, is Jon Stewart. Fantastic. The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And the reason why, I mean, he's not really, that's the best way to put this. He's not really technically, like a traditional late-night talk show host. His show is kind of like comedy. They do a lot of satire, news. So it's not like traditional Johnny Carson where, he hosts and he has a guy come sit down to his right and they talk to that star, that entertainer or whatever. They do some of that, I believe. But it's more so satire. The reason why I love Jon Stewart so much is Jon Stewart is probably one of the biggest civil rights activists that we have in this country. I'm telling you. Jon Stewart will call a Mickey Ficky out in a second. Jon Stewart will bring recognition and attention to Ferguson and Trayvon Martin and the hypocritical type of way that news agencies report news in this country as it pertains to black Americans. I absolutely love Jon Stewart. I mean, he always goes ham, and he always makes the guilty parties look stupid in his commentary. So I absolutely love Jon Stewart, man. He comes in at number 4 on my list of top 5 late-night TV show hosts. Yes, he does. I mean, Jon Stewart is damn near like Malcolm. I mean, Jon Stewart, like, really, like, points out the inaccuracies of and the hypocritical nature of reporting in this country as it pertains to a lot of these high-profile cases that we've seen over the last couple of years, talking about Ferguson, talking about Trayvon Martin, talking about New York, Tamir Rice. I mean, all of that stuff. He has these little, I don't want to call them bits or skits, but they're kind of like bits or skits where he just goes off and he points out certain things and how you're just ignoring this, and all to the benefit of black folks. So I got to love that guy. Very smart, very witty, great writers. Jon Stewart comes in at number 4 on my list. Let me go ahead and grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Listen, man, you're going to have to let me get my point out, man. I mean,
so wait. So Vern is back. Hold on. Vern is back. Let me pull up my pistol.
I mean, how many holes you want to put in the brother in the day? Huh?
Hey, Vern, what do you have to say? What do you have to say? And I'm glad you called back, Vern. I mean, maybe I shot you a little bit, in angst the last time. I'm going to go ahead and let you talk about your Knicks and the situation in the Knicks. What are your thoughts on Phil Jackson not showing up last night to the draft lottery? I mean, what are your thoughts on the Knicks right now going forward, Vern?
First of all, Phil ain't the Knicks. Phil just there to manage the Knicks. Phil was taking care of business.
But Vern, he don't show up to work half the time though. You can't like that, Vern.
But you don't know if he's working or not, Doug. You know what I'm saying? Phil is doing work. You know what I'm saying? I hear things every day. But as far as the draft pick, man, we ain't worried about that because we gonna get some free agents, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But, I mean, you acting like the Lakers won't win the championship this year, man.
Well, Vern, I like our chances better than y'all's, Vern. How about that?
No, but you can't say that on paper. What you gonna get, Okafor? What's that gonna make you a super? You got to do Randolph last year, and what happened to him?
Yeah.
He was DL all year. You know what I'm saying? As long as Kobe Bryant there, y'all got a bad luck franchise. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Vern, we do have like 16 world championships, and y'all hadn't had one in like 40 years. You do remember that, right?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this: if I was to jump on a team like the Lakers because they got all these championships, I wouldn't be a true fan.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
But
I've been with my team over 40-something years, man.
Yeah, I've been with my team for over 30-something years too, Vern.
Oh, okay. So they the Lakers amongst corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel you. But in other aspects, your Hawks, your Lakers, all y'all going down, and I'm gone.
I appreciate the call, Vern. Vern called 404-382-0338. I just let him ramble. Bless his heart. Hey, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Let me read some more of this chat here from Eddie Mo 2.0. The draft this year is pretty deep, so the top 5 teams picking will have a great pickup to include in their roster. Yeah, I talked about the Moutier kid. Everybody just raves about his game, playing in China right now, I believe, or played in China this past year. K3000, love to the Warriors, but I'm still salty. Mark Jackson, fell pay. Doug on here laughing like Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons. I mean, I just thought it was funny. I just think the whole Knicks conversation is just funny. Like, have you ever seen another team in sports history get so much credit, so much love, and hadn't done nothing? The Knicks hadn't won a championship since 1973. Let me do the math on that. 73, 83. And I'm holding my fingers out right now like you used to do in 3rd grade. I got to do this. I'm not great at math. 73, 83, 93, 2003, 2013. That's 20 years right there. And then it's 2015. 20 or 40, 42 years you hadn't won Nathan? Not nothing, but Nathan. Why are we still talking about y'all? We should talk about y'all in the same terms as we talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves or, I don't know, the Sacramento Kings. I mean, what? The Mecca of basketball, the Mecca, the Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, playground legends. Damn playground legends. What about NBA legends? Y'all ain't got no damn legends. Y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all suck. You suck. Vern calling up. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, Vern. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Your damn GM didn't even show up to work last night. I don't care what you say. That's bootleg. And y'all paying that man all this money. Phil suckered y'all. There's one of y'all born every minute. A sucker. We wasn't giving Phil no more damn money. We wasn't making that man our coach out in L.A. He don't want to coach. He just wants some money. Yeah, he just wants some money. They ain't giving Phil no stinking money. Whatever. Peace. Beat it. Kick rocks. Get to stepping. Catch fire. We wasn't giving Phil Jackson no more damn money. And I love him to death. Obviously, the man won a ton of rings for my team. But Phil is a damn con artist. And it's too late. Y'all found out too late. The hell you don't even show up for the damn draft lottery last night. It's bad a shape y'all team in. Ooh, he just got me all pissed up and riled off right now. Vern calling back here. Matter of fact, we banning Vern ass for a week on the Doug Stewart Show. Don't call back up here again this week, Vern. And matter of fact, wait a minute. Where my pen at? Write Vern in this right now. Vern from Jers Ford period, nominated for a BPA. That's right. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show coming up. I ain't playing no. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougsstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougsstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. All right, hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. Appreciate you joining your folk. Thank you very much. Shouts out to all of the Stewies in the chat room, putting up with Vern's crazy ass. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're putting up with him. Talking NBA draft lottery from last night. NBA playoffs. The Warriors get it done in game 1. Game 1 of the Hawks and the Cavaliers tonight. NFL, Bob Kraft stands down to the league. Anything you want to talk about, hit me up at 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Oh, yeah, we're also doing top 5 late-night TV hosts. All right, and number 5 on my list was the great Johnny Carson. Number 4 on my list was Jon Stewart. Absolutely love Jon Stewart. I think Jon Stewart, as far as a talent standpoint and what a traditional late-night TV show is, clearly not the typical late-night TV show, but I just love his commentary. I like what he's saying. Yes, sir. I like what he's saying. It's almost like he got Malcolm Shabazz writing for him or something like that. So I like what he's saying. I'm going to give you number 3 on my list here in a second, and all of this in honor of Dave Letterman, who's retiring tonight after 33 years. Tremendous, tremendous career. And I've always said, if you remember listening to me over the last decade or so on radio, I've always said that I thought David Letterman, in comparison to Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien and those guys, man, it's not even close. It's not even close. And, I mean, obviously, I got Letterman on my list. I can tell you that. So I like him even more than Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson was the standard, the gold standard in late-night TV. But to me, David Letterman was just so funny and so naturally funny. It was like effortless in what he did on that show for 33 years. I didn't realize it was that long. But, yeah, Letterman, man, I mean, just really outclassed everybody else on late-night TV for the most part when you're talking about late-night TV. All right, 404-382-0338. Let me read some of this chat here. I've been kind of neglecting it, hadn't had a chance to get to it. Quickly, though, let me say this. Everett Golston is going to Florida State. He's going to Florida State. Going to transfer to Florida State after graduating from Notre Dame this past weekend. And like I mentioned yesterday, a lot of big-name programs are vying for his services. Threw a lot of interceptions last year, turned over the ball a lot as well. He had like 8 fumbles added on to I think he had 14 or 16 interceptions. So turned the ball over a lot last year, but I'll say this, once again, the fact that you had some of the biggest programs in college football vying for his services, and these are guys that this is all they do is they scout talent. You know, they scout talent. The recruiters and people that know college personnel and high school personnel, they know talent. And everybody wanted this kid's service of note. You're talking Alabama. You're talking Florida State. You're talking Florida. So they think that he can get it done at the next level or this season, and definitely at the next level possibly as well. Went to a national championship, lost that national championship game to Florida State, as a matter of fact. But kid's got talent. Kid's got talent. And right now, you got to believe that if he decided to go to Florida State, that he's going to start, right? And I read a couple of stories where Jimbo Fisher said that they didn't make any promises or anything like that. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. You damn sure made a promise to this kid that if he came to Florida State, he was going to start. Because if you didn't, he wouldn't have come to Florida State. This man ain't got no time to play around. This man is making a decision for his future. So wherever he's going, you best believe there's some type of backdoor deal or backroom deal that he is going to start. I don't believe that for a minute. If he doesn't start, if he didn't get a promise that he was going to start at Florida State, then that make him the biggest fool. And I don't believe he's a fool. So, yeah, you can book it right now that he's going to be the starter for Florida State this year. And, man, that actually took their chances of winning a national championship down from 30-1 in Vegas down to 15-1 in Vegas, just with one move. They got a quarterback. Florida State's got great talent, has had great talent since Jimbo Fisher has been the head coach around there. And so now they got their quarterback, a seasoned veteran to say the least. And we'll see if Golston can pull off a Russell Wilson and have the fantastic year that Russell Wilson did when he was at Wisconsin. We will see. Congratulations to that youngin'. From Stringer on the Spreaker chat on Spreaker.com. Shout out to them Knickerbockers. They can't catch a break. JR and Shumpert balling in Cleveland, and now no top pick. How is this Phil Jackson thing working out? And I agree 100%. So you lose J.R. Smith and you lose Iman Shumpert, and they balling out of control. Probably the second favorite team to win an NBA championship this year. and more bad news for the New York Knicks. Couldn't happen to a nicer franchise. From Miss Mocha Bella, Doug, having fun today? I have fun every day, Miss Mocha. Some days more than others. From Vince Wright, is Doug high? No, I'm not. How dare you, sir? I am not high. I am drunk. From Eugene Jackson, congratulations, Minnesota and the Lakers. You now have Okafor and Towns in your rotation. New York Phil better work his magic in July for Carmelo and Knicks fans' sake. Phil don't even want to come to work. He ain't working no damn magic. From Fred Mack, Dubs fun to watch too. Hate to say it, but close to Showtime Lakers fun to watch. JB Jennings, sounds like Doug's hype about the Lakers getting that number 2 pick, even though he dogged the system just yesterday. Yeah, I did. I still don't like the system. One thing has nothing to do with the other. Let's see what we got here. From Chico the Alpha, damn, Vern, back this ninja like Jesus. I shot Vern in his ass like 4 or 5 times. He came back like Jason. From J-Rob, lottery. Let me just say that the last month of the NBA season should be strictly focused on the divisional teams, renew the rivalries, and hopefully that can help tanking and BPA award to the 76ers. See, but they aren't really there are rivalries in the NBA, but they aren't rivalries to the degree where teams in the NBA at the end of the season. I understand what you're saying, J-Rob, but I don't think that's enough for a team not to tank, if they're playing their quote-unquote rival in a regular season game, especially at the end of the season. I see where you're going with that, but I don't think that's the solution, bro. They're getting another lottery pick, and they are about to trade New Orleans Noel away. Why would they trade New Orleans Noel? He's talking about the Philadelphia 76ers. I just can't see that. I think that kid's got a great upside as well. He was one of their top performers last year, probably the top performer last year after the injury to the leg where he broke his leg. Was it his leg or did he tear his ACL? But, relatively good year for that young kid. Why would the Philadelphia 76ers do that? If they do that, they will get nominated for a Boyle Peanuts Award. From Polo Negro, Rondo is still good, but he has to realize that his bad attitude will have him forgotten about in the league full of guards. I forgot about Rondo. And earlier I gave you my perspective depth chart for the Lakers next year. We could have Rondo in the conversation. The whole backstory between him and Kobe. They're boys. They go out together. They like each other. And Rondo is not going to be back in Dallas this year. So that could happen as well. If that happens, I was joking earlier about, winning a championship. And I'm still kind of joking a little bit. We'll be even better if we have Rajon Rondo, put it like that. From Miss Mocha Bella, top 5 late-night hosts. Number 5, Conan O'Brien. Number 4, Arsenio. Number 3, Jay Leno. Number 2, David Letterman. And number 1, Johnny Carson. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have all these other talk show hosts on the list. I hear you. My list is definitely different, though. From the Kicking It With Kissy show. Hawks fans, let's get it up for tonight. Blow up your social media, online, pep rallies. Ha-ha, it's on tonight. You're right. Hawks got to win tonight. They need to win tonight to set the stage. Here's what we're going to do as a show and as a family on the Doug Stewart Show. I need you to do hashtag why not the Hawks. And I need you to retweet that like a gazillion times. And let's get that trending, man. Why not the Hawks? 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 Why not? From Fred Mack, Carson number 5 is very disrespectful. Yeah, it could be looked at as disrespectful. I had Johnny Carson as number 5 on my list. Number 4, John Stewart. Remember, this is my list. That ninja. Lakers don't need a point that shoots a lot. He breaks down the defense dishes and can finish at the rim. Perfect fit for the Lakers. Perfect fit for the Lakers is Rondo. And, that could really happen. That could tangibly happen. Fred Mack, JC started that late night-ish. Now this is the respect you get, laugh out loud. He actually didn't. Johnny Carson wasn't the first late night talk show host. And there was somebody that came before him. I can't remember the name right now. Was it Ed Sullivan, or was Ed Sullivan like in the middle of the day? Was he kind of like a Phil Donahue type? There was somebody before, and maybe Tree can look that up for me. There was somebody before Johnny Carson that really was the first in the genre, if you're talking about late-night TV. From Harvey Scott, number 5, Carson, 4, Leno, 3, Kimmel, 2, Letterman, and 1, Arsenio. Clay Davis, I don't give a damn about the puppet factory he says about Rondo. I just don't want him on the young and rebuilding Lakers team. I actually want Rondo on the team. I totally disagree with you. I do. You got to have a good mix of young guys and veterans. And if Rondo wants to be there, the whole thing about Rondo is his head screwed on the right way. And allegedly issues between him and Doc Rivers in Boston. You know about what went on in Dallas. If Rondo is motivated and if his mind's in the game, I love him for the Lakers. All he wants to do is distribute the basketball. That's the perfect fit for Kobe Bryant and in a young team, getting them the ball in very good spots. All right, when we get back from the break, more of your chat, more fun on the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice, frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is peanuts taste better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled peanuts and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled peanuts, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. and I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so, evidently there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it, P-E-A-N-U-T-S? Peanuts. No, man, not boiled peanuts. Come on, man. And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern. Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5Electronicsinc.com. That's System5Electronicsinc.com. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Wild Out Wednesday. Appreciate you joining your boy. Having fun like we do every single day, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And this segment is brought to you by National Debt Relief. They're one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, specializing in debt settlement. And they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditors and collection accounts all over the world. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, an alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. So before you do anything rash, and your boy has been there, and a lot of people will tell you, and my wife will tell you, we kind of there right now. All right? Before you make a rash decision, give my friends at National Debt Relief a call, all right? 844-828-4975. That's 844-828-4975. And work it out. So, Tree, jump on the mic for a second here. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
Hey, what's up?
All right, so Tree's the producer to the Doug Stewart Show if you're new to the show. The Tree of Life is her name. Yesterday, a lot of interesting conversation and debate, I guess, in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group concerning the one Grace Jones. And I made the statement yesterday, and I don't remember how it even came up. How did it even come up? How did we start talking about Grace Jones? You remember?
It was her birthday.
That's right. It was her birthday, and she's like 66 years old. She old as hell. And I said that I thought Grace Jones was fine as white wine. And a lot of people disagree. I mean, people just going in on Grace Jones. Oh, she's ugly. She looks like a man. Somebody says she looks like Arsenio in drag. I mean, that wasn't nice to say. I really believe, and I posted a picture in the group of Grace Jones like back in the day. Grace Jones was like a top model at the time when she was young and relevant or whatever in her name. Grace Jones, to me, was beautiful, and she could get it. She could definitely get it back in the day. Not old-ass Grace Jones. Not old Grace Jones.
We haven't seen a picture of what she looks like now.
Oh, yeah, I saw some pictures.
You don't even know.
The picture that I posted, and the reason I brought this up is because it flashed across on my timeline again. Somebody commented on it on Facebook. But, yeah, I've seen some recent pictures of her, and she's getting old. So I had to post the picture, the best picture I could, because she does have a kind of like a hard edge, and she has some very strong features. And if you're intimidated by a chick like that, say that, but don't say the chick. See, she might not, once again, fit the standard for America. You know what the standard is for America. It ain't Grace Jones. But I'm telling you, people all over the world, if you ask them about Grace Jones, they say, man, that's a beautiful woman right there. She might put your ass in a headlock. She might put you in a headlock and squeeze the life out of you, but, I mean, she's still fine as hell.
She's very beautiful. People in America, I mean, this is such a small box that we live in.
Right.
You go outside of these walls and, I mean, they're not going to sign her. They wouldn't have signed her to a contract. Her uniqueness is what sold back in the day.
Right. Very strong features. Somebody posted in the chat room yesterday, people would pay money for her cheekbones and her eyes. Yeah.
Exactly.
And
that was Joyce Hall. She
Yeah,
posted
Joyce.
that.
Yeah,
Gary Joyner, on the other hand, he was mean about it.
Right. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, why be mean to Grace Jones? Like my mother used to tell us all the time when we were little, don't be so simple. I mean, dig a little bit deeper. I mean, stop being so surface, she used to say. Don't be simple and look a little bit deeper into the situation. Also, something else that I realized and that came up after the Grace Jones talk yesterday, I did not realize her brother was the famed megachurch preacher in L.A., Noel Jones. I did not know that. Now, we actually had him as a guest on the Black Men Revealed TV show that we did many, many years ago on TV One. I did not know that. I had no clue about that.
Noel is a pimp.
Let me tell you something. We had him on our show, like I mentioned, but, when you're doing the show, it took probably like 5 or 6 hours to tape an episode. And so we're just hanging around in the green room, and we're talking back and forth for many, many hours. And let me tell you something about Noel Jones. He a player. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Based on our conversations, I'm not going to dry snitch or get into details. Let me just say this. That's a cool dude. Look up Noel Jones if you don't know who it is. He's like the Eddie Long. No, I don't want to compare him to Eddie Long.
Oh, no.
He's like the Creflo Dollar. No, I don't want to compare him to Creflo Dollar.
He looks like he smells good. I know you can't report on that, but he looks like he smells like Old Spice or something.
What's the mega preacher name in Texas? T.D. Jakes. He's like the T.D. Jakes of California. I mean, real big Willie and real cool dude, man. I did not know him and Grace Jones were brothers and sisters.
Yes, they are. Word on the street is that they, like, you. I know you didn't watch this show. He had a show called Preachers of L.A., or he is.
I know what it is.
Show.
I know what it is.
So, first of all, to the effect that you said he's that dude. He has a girlfriend of 17 years that he's been dating, and the other preachers get on to him because he says that that's all they do is date.
What?
No benefits.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so that's a big
move.
Narrative that they play with him and her.
Right. Wow. I didn't realize that.
He never talks about his sister though.
Yeah. I had no clue, and like I said, we hung out probably, just conversating without taping and working doing Black Men Revealed, and this is probably 6, 7, 8 years ago. We just hung around talking, man, just chopping it up, cutting the breeze, and real cool dude, man. I had no clue. He never said to me one time, my sister Grace Jones or this, that, and the other. I don't remember that. Never heard that before in my life until yesterday. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Coming in at number 3 on my list, and I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this one, but I'm telling you, this dude right here is probably more talented than even David Letterman, even more than anybody else on my list of top 5 late-night TV hosts of all times, and that's the great Jimmy Fallon. Oh, my gosh. This dude is so talented. I mean, it's unbelievable. All you got to do, a perfect example, is look up on YouTube Jimmy Fallon, Will Smith, and the history of hip-hop dancing. That's all you need to do. And it'll give you kind of like a brief look at why I say this guy is so talented. Very, very talented dude. He's very funny, man. Every time they post something or a video on YouTube or whatever, or he has something trending or something that's being shared all the time on Facebook, click on it. Check it out. Dude is very talented. I absolutely love him. Don't get to see a lot of these guys, obviously. I kind of need to put that up there as a disclaimer because, during the time when these guys come on, and the older I get, at 11 o'clock at night, I'm watching The Puppet Factory. I mean, that's just been a tradition for the last 30 years. So I'm watching The Puppet Factory, and it's late, and usually I get up and go to work. So a lot of the stuff that I see from these guys, and in particular these young guys that I have on my list of top 5 late-night TV hosts, is stuff that I'll see shared on social networks, on Facebook and on Twitter or whatever. But Jimmy Fallon comes in at number 3 on my list, just supremely talented. He comes in at number 3 on my list of top 5 late-night TV hosts of all times in honor of David Letterman retiring. All right, when we get back from the break, all I'm going to do is read chat. That's all I'm going to do is read chat when we get back. The funnest show on turf, I'm telling you. We are working for hour number 3. Shouts out to everybody that donated to the show on yesterday. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Support independent radio. Support me. Support the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, go to my Facebook page or my website, thedougstewartshow.com. There's a little donate button to the right side, man. If you donate $20 or more, we'll send you a T-shirt. And anything less, we'll take it. We thank you for that. It doesn't matter. It could be $1. And we'll send you out something as well for that gift, too. All right? So don't go away. When we get back, all I'm going to do is read chat, and I'll give you number 2 on my list of top 5 late-night talk show hosts of all times in honor of Letterman. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you. So they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. It's The Rock. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to all of the Stewies in the chat room being totally interactive. Yes! Yeah, Wild Out Wednesday. Talking about the top 5 late-night TV show hosts of all times in honor of the great David Letterman, who's calling it a career tonight after 33 years. I mean, I tip my hat to you, Letterman. I mean, that's big. That's big. So I've been giving you my top 5 list. Number 5 on my list was Johnny Carson. Obviously, the one of the creators, one of the early forefathers of late night TV. But just, an older demographic. A lot of the guests, a lot of the things, I was too young to really get, I guess. I wasn't able to watch a lot of it. But I'm paying homage. He's number 5 on my list. Number 4, Jon Stewart. Tremendously good to the African-American community. Jon Stewart is that dude. I mean, he will call you out. He calls out these news agencies with a lot of satire and points out the hypocrisy in some of the reporting in a very different type of show, not your normal type late-night talk show host. So he comes in number 4 on my list. Number 3 is the great Jimmy Fallon. As I said in the last segment, probably the most talented out of all these different late-night TV host, TV show host. The youngest, but I didn't, weigh that much into the equation as far as how young he is. I just know that at this pace, Jimmy Fallon's probably going to be the number one guy on my list at some point very, very soon. He's just supremely talented. Look up Jimmy Fallon, Will Smith, the history of hip-hop dancing, and you'll see what I'm talking about. He does stuff like that all the time. He's probably the best at the little bits, the little funny little side things that you do with a guest. So he comes in at number 3 on my list. I'll tell you who number 2 and number 1 are in a second. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. From Miss Mocabella, Robert Kraft knew it was more to this story. And why did they suspend those 2 ball boys if Tom Brady did nothing wrong? Yeah, a little story came out yesterday from one of those dudes on the Puppet Factory. It is Adam Schefter. He's supposed to be a little inside guy. And he, in effect, said that the reason the Patriots, what his sources told him, quote unquote, is that the reason the Patriots suspended those 2 guys is because the NFL told them to, which still doesn't make sense to me. If you're saying that this never happened, in effect what you're saying is that the ball boys did nothing wrong either. So that whole thing is contradictory. Yeah, okay, you're saying that this didn't happen, that Tom Brady didn't do it. You're saying that nobody deflated any footballs. That's what Bob Kraft said at the very beginning of this. So in effect, you're saying that your ball boys didn't do anything either, okay? And I don't know what happened in the investigation or whether they actually came clean totally about doing it. I don't think that. I haven't heard that or read that anywhere. They went in this bathroom for 100 seconds. The balls had less air than them than they did when the officials checked them the first time around. Okay? So something happened. So if you're saying that the organization did nothing wrong and that your employees did nothing wrong, you should be fighting the NFL and telling you to suspend these guys or fire these guys. So it doesn't add up. The whole story doesn't add up. But you know why? Because they lying. They some lying Mickey Fickies. You tried to throw them boys under the bus. You tried to make them boys a scapegoat, and it's coming back to bite you. And I hope they write a tell-all book. I would. Make your money. They got a lot to tell. Can you imagine what they got to tell or what they can tell and what they've seen as being in that locker room for many, many years? This is probably just touching the surface. They probably do a lot of other little cheating type things. The Patriots. Y'all suck. Vince Wright. Jon Stewart loves his weed, too. I've heard that. From Grego, Bill Maher will go off on a Mickey Ficky, too. And I was talking about Jon Stewart a little bit earlier and how he just he just really, really calls a spade as far as a lot of these social issues that happen in our world, in our country in particular. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, treeless sports talk show in America. John Calipari says that he is not interested in the New Orleans Pelicans head coaching job, says he has one of the best jobs in America, and he's going to stay put at the University of Kentucky. Kind of, I'm not going to say shocking, but it had been floated out there by his agent that he was interested in the job. And you know that he coached Anthony Davis at Kentucky. You know he also coached Tyreek Evans when he was at Memphis. So there was a relationship already. Then you're talking about more money. And really, if you're honest about it and you look at Calipari in this situation at Kentucky, what more can the dude do? What more can John Calipari do? I thought that he would take this opportunity. You got to feel like that he believes he's left some things undone in the NBA. Had a stint in the NBA coaching the New Jersey Nets, and not so well. It didn't go so well. You would think a guy like this, who I believe has an ego, who is a good basketball coach, I'm not going to call him a great basketball coach, would jump at the opportunity to try to win an NBA championship with some very good players to work with right now in New Orleans, and Anthony Davis, Tyreek Evans, a couple other great players on that team. I mean, they made it to the playoffs this year. You would think that he jumped for that opportunity, so I'm kind of surprised about this, to be honest with you. Let me go ahead and grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart, what's happening?
What's up, T from Huntsville?
Yes, sir.
What up, T?
Man, enjoying the show as always, man. Wanted to chime in on my top 5 talk show hosts of all time.
All right, let me get it.
Remember, this is my list, man. I'm a little bit, I don't have as many rings on my tree, so, just consider my age.
Right, gotcha.
And number 5, give me Johnny Carson.
Okay.
And just, that's biting you a little bit, but mainly based on the strength of not being the first, but one of the most popular. And his big thing was bringing on comedians and making them hot. Now, I kind of remember Eddie coming out, people like that. So
right, Bill Cosby as well. Bill Cosby as well used to go in there a lot.
Yeah, that was kind of like the holy grail. If you went on Johnny, then basically you were supposed to make it.
Yeah.
So, if you did well on Johnny, you made it. So, at number 4, and this didn't run for very long, but I thought it was hysterical, the George Lopez show.
Okay.
Now, some people might not have watched it, but if you watch that thing at the time it ran, man, it was hot. I mean, it probably didn't relate enough to mainstream America, so it didn't make it, but it was a really good show. If you get a chance, to Creepy White Girl. Really funny skit. YouTube that if you get a chance.
Gotcha.
And number three, you stole my thunder a little bit, Jon Stewart, for all the reasons you were saying. What he talks about with the show. It's funny, decent writing, talks about real things and whatnot. But I stop a little bit short of giving him too much credit, simply because he's doing the right thing. I commend him for it, but I'm not gonna give him too much credit for being honest.
I feel you. I mean, he is brutally honest. And and the thing about it, and I mentioned earlier how he's probably one of the biggest activists we got in this country as far as minorities, because he's always rallying to the cry of injustice and not shamed about it at all, not bashful at all about what he's saying. But you're right. In effect, he's doing what should be done even more.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to give him credit for it because it doesn't get done a lot, so I feel you on that. And number 2, and who was Grego stole my thunder on this one, Bill Maher. I watch his show all the time. I think it's hysterical. I think it's a good way to get a decent view of politics.
Right.
Your view is going to be skewed almost anywhere else. He might not agree with a certain faction, but he'll at least present the evidence or present their argument as it is.
Yeah.
You won't change it up.
To a little slighter degree, he's like Jon Stewart. I mean, Jon Stewart is number one as far as all of that conversation, as far as showing the hypocrisies of our society. But Bill Maher is right with Jon Stewart as far as his commentary.
Yeah, plus he's on HBO, so he can get raw with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And at number 1, I mean, it's obvious for me, it's Arsenio Hall. And I'll tell you why. For me, it's Arsenio Hall because it's right in my wheelhouse. And when I came up and I was watching that show every damn night, it was always somebody I liked. It was rap groups. It was different. I remember Busta Rhymes in first group, Leaders of the New School, Tribe Called Quest, Hammer coming on about 6 or 7 times. I mean, it was just classic episodes and memories that are attached to that show that I'll never forget. So that's my number 1, man. Love the show, man. Keep everything going. Take it easy, dog. I'm gone.
Appreciate the call, T from Huntsville. He called 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. From Real People Music. Hey, Doug, I thought Pastor Troy was coming on all Hawks game days. No, I didn't say that. And we're not going to just berate the man of coming on the Doug Stewart Show. For people that don't know, we had Pastor Troy on, a local Atlanta hip-hop legend, to wish the Hawks good luck in the Game 6 win over the Washington Wizards, and it worked. And so I said we'd have him back on. What I'm going to do is, when we need him, I'm not going to go to the well too many times. When we get in a situation where we have to get a win, then I'll try to get him back on. I'm not going to have him on every single game of the series. From Gary Joyner, I see sports like teams like this. If you know a friend who's down on his luck and you unfriend him, not me, I stick it out. I see sports like teams. Yeah. I don't just go from one team to another. I'm not a bandwagon fan. I guess in conversation about the basketball earlier, I've been a Laker fan since like 81. On the team when I first became a fan was cats like Norm Nixon, Jamal Wilkes. I remember even Bob McAdoo was part of the Lakers when I was very, very young. Bob McAdoo was like an all-star, league MVP, I think, even one time with the Buffalo basketball team before he got old and played with the Lakers at the end of his career. So I go back to the Lakers even before Magic was there, okay? And obviously, living in South Carolina, and the Lakers were always good. The Lakers are who we saw on TV. And I've been a Laker fan ever since. I do not switch my alliances, or my allegiances is the right word, for my sports team. So I suggest you do the same as well. Don't be like the Miami Heat bootleg bandwagon fans we had over the last couple of years. They are horrible. From Eugene Jackson, Carmelo Anthony, right now, you are being used as a gate attraction. This team is headed back to the lottery. Phil better get to work in July. Yeah, the Knicks are going to suck. They look like a lottery team right now. Even after the draft, they still look like a lottery team, and all Carmelo's purpose is to sell tickets. I buy that. From Gary Joyner. I can't stand Letterman or Leno. Damn. Number 1, Arsenio. Number 2, Bill Mayer. Number 3, Jon Stewart. Number 4, Jimmy Fallon. And number 5, Ed Sullivan. That's who it is. Ed Sullivan came before Johnny Carson. I couldn't remember who it was. Yeah, first it was Ed Sullivan, and then it was Johnny Carson. From Fel Pay, I donated last week, Doug. I need a large T-shirt. Don't worry, we're going to get your sizes, baby. We're going to get your sizes. Thank you for donating to the Doug Stewart Show on thedougstewartshow.com. When we get back, I'll tell you number 2 and number 1 on my list, the top 5 all-time late-night TV show hosts, and we'll wrap up today's show. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes!
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show on Spreaker.com, the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Thank you for joining, you folk. on this Wild Out Wednesday. This segment is brought to you by Ticket Liquidator. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers to give you the opportunity to attend the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. The goal is to bring you more tickets, better service, and lower prices so that you can be there to witness the best of the world of entertainment, culture, and sports has to offer. So give them a call. All right, at 855-638-3034. We really need you to patronize our sponsors. I mean, that's kind of big. So if you ever need tickets to anything, just write the number down for future purposes. Give them a call at Ticket Liquidator at 855-638-3034. They need to feel like they're getting their money's worth in advertising with the Doug Stewart Show. So 855-638-3034. Quickly, as expected, NFL owners on Tuesday night voted 30-2 to approve a change in the rule governing extra points after touchdowns. The owners considered 3 proposals, but ultimately approved a rule change endorsed by the competition committee. The new rule pushes the kickback to the 15-yard line and leaves a 2-point conversion at the 2-yard line. It also makes the play live, meaning the defense could return a block kick or turnover on a 2-point play for 2 points. I like it. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I like how the NFL tries to always look for a way to make the game more exciting, less all of the pass interferences and not being able to play real defense. But this is cool. What you're going to have now is some storylines where, you know, instead of 99% of the time they hit an extra point, it'll be like, I think I saw the number 92% of the time. So once in a while, a little bit more often, you're going to have a missed extra point, which means somebody's going to have to go for 2, or somebody's going to have to go for the 4th down at the end of the game. And so it's just adding a little bit more drama. I mean, if you really want to add more drama, do like they do in the AFL and make the goalposts smaller, or like bring them in closer. That's cool. If you want to add some drama or add one of those nets behind the goalposts like they do in the AFL and have a guy, you know, catch a kick off the net and return it for a touchdown. I mean, that's real cool right there. I mean, I would like that a little bit. I would like that a lot. This is the Doug Stewart Show. More your chat from Dollars and Cents, Laugh Out Loud, Where's My Shirt, and Shot Glass, damn it. It's coming. It's coming, sir. Stay tuned. Hold your britches. Now, you're not getting both. Let me just tell you that right now. If you send $20, if you donate $20 to the Doug Stewart Show, first of all, we thank you, and we really appreciate it sincerely. But you will get a T-shirt, anything over $20, and anything less, we'll send you a shot glass. That's the plan right now. So the T-shirts will be going out very soon. And what we'll do is we'll reply to your PayPal payment or donation, and ask you for the size of the shirt that you need. So you'll be getting that email from us pretty soon, Dollars and Cents. Leon, how is Jimmy Fallon better than Johnny Carson? That's just my personal opinion. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. I'm sure a lot of people and most people would have Johnny Carson as number 1 on their list, but it's not their list. It's my list of top 5 all-time late-night TV hosts. From Casa Casa, great movie, Fever. Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon. Never seen that. From Vince Wright. Notice today's late-night shows are more about cool skits than actually interviewing the guests. And he's exactly right. Like Johnny Carson and I imagine Ed Sullivan and those guys were all about, you know, bringing a guy in. You know, if he wasn't a comedian, you know, you sit him down on the couch to your right. And you'd have Ed McMahon in the case of Johnny Carson. And you'd interview a guy. And that was pretty much it. They didn't really do skits like they do now, and in particular with this Jimmy Fallon guy, who I think is absolute the best at all of that type of stuff. Or Dave Letterman. Dave Letterman used to do, what was it? Letterman used to do for many, many years, the stupid pet tricks. You remember that? Letterman used to do the stupid pet tricks thing, and that was his big thing. So, yeah, much different the way they do late-night TV shows than they did back in the day. From J-Rob, Conan sucks. Never was a fan of Conan O'Brien. Never was. Never was. Never. You remember when there was kind of like this discussion who was the best between Conan and Letterman? I didn't even get that. Like, it's not even close how much better Letterman was than Conan. From Gary Joyner, Grace was notorious for slapping beaches. I didn't know that. From Eugene Jackson, Doug, you know both Okafor and Towns would rather be drafted number 2 top 2 would rather play in L.A. than Minnesota. Yeah, I've already heard some conversation about Karl Anthony Towns and his agent telling the Timberwolves that they don't want to play in Minnesota, so don't draft them. I don't like that, man. I don't think that sets a good precedent for the league. You gotta have a competitive nature to all of the teams. And I'm a Laker fan, and I guess I would rather have Karl Anthony Towns. The good thing about this whole situation to me is it kind of takes the guesswork out of it for the Lakers. Like, we can't screw it up. Like, it's not going to be a situation 20 years from now where we're going to be looking at Sam Bowie and Michael Jordan. You know, in effect, whoever the Timberwolves don't take is who we're going to take. So you know how I feel about Jerry Buss and all of the bad moves he's made. This is kind of a good thing in my eye because he doesn't have to make the damn decision. You know, we're going to take the second guy. If we can get Towns, I'm fine with that, but I don't like that idea, man. In all honesty, the kid, of course, no one wants to go play in Minnesota. No disrespect, Vince. But nobody wants to go play in Minnesota as compared to L.A. I get that. But go ahead. They're building a nice little thing there. They got Wiggins. They got the other first-round pick. I can't remember his name right now. I'm sorry. That came in the deal from Cleveland. They're building some things there. You know, you got to have some parity in sports, period. And the Timberwolves they need the best player coming out in the draft. So I hope they don't pull that move against the Timberwolves. But if they do, then I'm fine with it. For the record, though, I don't like that. I don't like that. I want the kid to go to Minnesota. I want Minnesota to pick their player and that player go and play for the Timberwolves. From Kendrick, Mayweather just tweeted that he is in the ATL for the game. Oh, man, it's going to be a murderous row down there on courtside for the Hawks and the Cavs tonight. It's going to be crazy. We already got our ATL hierarchy as far as famous people. You know, Chris Tucker's going to be down there. You know, Ludacris is going to be down there as well. And then you add Money Made to the mix. It's going to be a great night in the ATL tonight, Shawty. Hooker's going to get paid tonight. You best believe that. From Fatboy McCoon, tonight I got the Hawks by 6. From Vince Wright, LeBron going to run wild tonight, Cavs by 11. Younger brother, this time next week, Hawks going to be deep sea fishing with those Lakers. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. I don't think that's going to be the case, man. Top 5 late night TV hosts. Number 5 on my list was Johnny Carson. Number 4 was Jon Stewart. Number 3 was Jimmy Fallon. Coming in at number 2 is David Letterman. So you know what that means. Number 1 is Arsenio Hall. Now, you know, once again, it's my list. But just as T mentioned earlier in his phone call, it don't get no better for black folks than Arsenio Hall. I mean, I just got to keep it real for you. Arsenio Hall was so different because we were so used to seeing the same dry-ass people and the same lame Larrys on Johnny Carson for so many years for a concept of an urban-based, like they used to say about our show back in the day, an urban-based sports talk show. But to have an urban-based, and I'm doing a little quotation marks in the air, to have an urban-based late-night talk show with rappers on it and comedians that we saw on Def Jam, it was just fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. Got ran out of the business for some reason, came back, got ran out again. A lot of, conversation and politics going on behind closed doors as well for Arsenio. But Arsenio is number 1 on my list for late-night TV hosts. Obviously a funny dude, had on the best guests, a lot of guests that I knew who they were. Just a fantastic show, man. So Arsenio is number 1, Dave Letterman 2, Fallon number 3, Jon Stewart number 4, and Johnny Carson is number 5 on my list of all-time late-night TV show hosts, Shawty. Yes, sir! Are you not entertained? Ha ha! You know you are. You know you are! Yes! Donate to the Doug Stewart Show, man, at DougStewartShow.com. There's a little donate button to the right, man. We appreciate anything. We're going to be number 1. I mean, we already number one in our minds, but we're going to be officially number one when it's all said and done. The number one talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show, man. Thank you so much for joining me today. Shouts out to my producers, to the Tree of Life for doing what you do. Thank you so much, Tree. Waterhead Walter, Dwayne Bassan, Gerald Oliveri, thank you guys so much. And to all of the Stewies in the chat room, thank you so much. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.